Hello! And welcome back to JP Gaming. Today, we are gonna be adventuring out into space once again in Kerbal Space Program. And we are back with the real solar system mod. And we are back at this science mode that I'm trying to do. The normal science mode in real solar system, basically. I've had some problems getting science now for a little while, but I think it's looking up on the brighter side. We do have a space station now that is gonna be collecting a bit of science every now and then. Let's just go here and see. Okay, we still have a lot of data in this. We're producing 8.7 science per day, which is good. I think in total that 150 will be somewhere around like 400 or 500 science in the end, because it like multiplies. I think every one data is like 1.6 or something like that science, or 1.8, or maybe even more. I don't know. It's a lot more. So let's see, what have we unlocked so far? We have unlocked these engines. I really want to get these engines now. I think that might be our next step. Have we been to the moon is my question now. I don't remember. I don't think we've sent anything to the moon yet. So that might be the next thing to do. And after this going to the moon stuff, I thought we'd also try and get to Mars today. We're probably gonna need some better engines. Probably also, I think, yeah, we have this probe core, but I would really like a better one. Like at least this one. I'm probably gonna need that. But if we go to the moon, just do a flyby of the moon with Kerbals, then I think we could get at least 2 of these. Maybe this one and this one. Hopefully we can get this one as well, because we're probably gonna need that if we wanna send anything even near to Mars. I'm thinking Juno all the time, but it's not Juno, it's Mars. Okay. So we're gonna have 2 people on this thing. The problem is, I'm not sure if this thing is gonna survive re-entry. That's my problem right now. Because I know it can definitely survive re-entry from the upper atmosphere, or from it can survive re-entry from orbit, but coming in from the moon, I am not so sure. So you know what? I think I'll actually just send 1 Kerbal, and we'll have a scientist on here. We're gonna take Bob, because I think I can have all the controls anyway, as long as I have an antenna on this. So let's plonk on some of the science stuff, or at least, no, we're just gonna have that on there. 1 of those. We can have 2 drogue chutes. I don't think we'll need them, but to be sure, it's always good to have a little extra than a little less. Think that looks good. And then we can have some batteries as well, just 2 of these small ones up top here. Gonna push them in a little bit as well, just because it feels like it fits better that way. Moon Orbiter is what we're gonna name this. I'm just gonna go in here and see. No, we have done a moon flyby mission. then we might actually need to land on the moon this time. But do we have enough science for that? That is the question. Or do we have the correct parts for it? Is the question. Maybe we can do it with these parts. Because we need about 2,000 meters per second of delta V from the surface to get back. About that amount. I think we need a little bit more because it takes about 1,500 to get into orbit and then 600 or 700, something like that, to get back to Kerbin. Not Kerbin, Earth. Get that wrong all the time. Okay, so let's see. Something like this with the Terrier engine would have 1,300. So just this isn't enough, but I think if we would have a smaller engine on this, I think we can do it. I'm gonna save that. Then I think we're gonna do a thing that I actually hate doing but might be necessary. We're just gonna do some time warping. I'm gonna see where we are in our orbit as well. Okay, we're far away from Mars right now, so we're in no position to send anything there yet anyways. But yeah, doing a little bit of time warping here. Time warping up a couple of days. Then see if we can get this thing and transmit some science. So we can hopefully unlock some better engines, because I think we'll really need some better engines. Okay, that's a full load. Oh. And of course, I don't have like any I don't have any relays out at all. That might actually be a thing that I should send out first though, because I could really use some relays. Although if I only have these small ones, I don't know if I want to use these ones for my first relay. I would like at least the size that is bigger than those ones, because those are at least somewhat better. They're a little bit better. Okay, let's time warp a little bit. Oh, and we did not have enough electricity. That sucks. And our electricity does not seem to go up. Where is the sun? So maybe we have another problem. Maybe we need to send something up here to give this thing more power. Because I don't think we can put this in any other configuration and get more power. Damn, we're just not gaining any power. Okay, when I time warp, it seems like we gain power. Don't know why, but okay. Let's see if we can transmit that science now. Okay, then I think we can do something like this. Then we take these and not require complete. I'm gonna go around so we are at least in the sunlight when we do this. Let's see if we can transmit that science. Please, some of it. But we definitely need more solar panels, or solar power anyway, and probably some more batteries. But we need to unlock some stuff to get that. Okay, now we got it. Perfect. Let's go back to the Space Center. Sometimes when you time warp, the like draining and refueling of electricity gets kind of messed up. We do need some of these things, and we do need some of these engines. Would really like to get this one as well, but I think the engines are more important right now. And these small engines would also be pretty important. Yes, so let's get that. Hopefully we can at least send a probe to land on the moon. But first of all, let's see. Oh, we still don't have the better antennas. Where are those? I'm just gonna go back to the research center. Okay, we get that one when we unlock this. Okay. I think we can still go to the moon though. We can probably go to the moon and at least land something. I think our antennas are good enough for that. I'm gonna grab 2 of these. Have them on there. We're gonna have a reaction wheel. And we're gonna bring all the science experiments that we have. Probably won't need 2 mystery goose though, but I'm gonna bring 2 anyways. And this one. And no, don't really need anything else than that. Now we just need a ton of batteries so we can transmit all of it. So something like that. And we can plug 2 of those on the sides. And have 2 of those up there. We can place 2 solar panels like that as well. Think that'll be enough. And then for the lander stage, don't think we're gonna need more thrust than this. Yeah, this has 1 in thrust to weight here on Earth, so that will definitely be enough on the moon. Gonna drag those legs down a little bit. Start retracted. Is it anything else we need on a moon lander? We have all the science experiments. Don't need no lights. We have something to produce power. We have landing legs. Don't think there's anything else we need right now. Ooh. But we still don't have any fairings. Ah! Okay, so this is just gonna have to be out in the open. Which is gonna suck. But it'll probably work. Moon Lander Probe. Perfect name. Okay, so let's see how we should build this next stage, which is gonna be the transfer stage, because I'm guessing we're gonna need those 2000 meters per second to land this whole thing. See, how much does this have? 3000. Okay, so we just need a little bit more than that. So I think if we double up on that, we have 4000 in that stage. That'll definitely be enough. So if we can get this thing to orbit, then we are golden. And now we also have the better engines. We have the mainsail. That's gonna make it a whole lot easier building the first stages of any rocket, basically. Roll that up. And now I guess we're just gonna build a big ass stage underneath here. First, I think we're gonna have a middle stage here. And then after this, we're gonna have the big stage. So we're gonna take away that engine and have 4, let's have 5 of those. And then take the mainsail and see how much thrust does that have. It's a little bit too little, so let's take away 1. Okay, I think that'll work. And then we can duplicate that. Take some decouplers. Put them on the decouplers. And of course, auto strut those decouplers as well. That on there and send something to help with the decoupling of those side boosters. And of course we are gonna have some fuel lines. Okay, 14,000 meters per second. I think I had something like 15,000 on the last one that I built that went to the moon. So this should probably be enough to get us there, because we're only going to the moon now. We're not gonna go there, land, and then go back. We're just gonna land. Slap some wings on there. And I guess why not? Let's have some solid rocket boosters on here as well. Just to help with the start of this. Auto strut. And some nose cones. Oh, we don't have the nice looking nose cones. Let's make them white so they blend together a little bit better. And I think that looks nicer. Okay, so I think we have everything we need now. Should probably take the thrust down on these quite a bit, because we don't need to accelerate too fast in the beginning. I'd rather have those or these with me longer. Don't really like that all of this is going to be exposed though, but you do what you have to do. You know what? Maybe we could actually make this a little bit better. Just drag those down and those down a little bit. Then we take away those. Probably take those down as well then. And then we put a nose cone on here. And then we can ditch that sometime. I'm probably gonna manually detach that nose cone, but I think that'll help us a little bit with the stabilization at least. Let's auto strut those. Those are strutted. Just gonna check so we have struts on everything. Wonderful. Okay. Now I think it's time to launch. dun, dun. Okay, let's see. Where are we in the orbit? Okay, we're actually in a pretty good place to launch. I think I'll just move us along a little bit. I don't know exactly where you should launch to get the best trajectory, but somewhere around here has worked for me before, so I'm gonna continue with that. And let's go. Like I said, we don't want to go too fast in the lower parts, so I'm gonna limit the acceleration a little bit now in the beginning. At least as long as we have those side boosters. Then we're gonna get it going faster once we hit somewhere around 20 kilometers, I guess. Okay, it's pretty stable so far. Thought it would be more unstable. But it seems to be going pretty good. I think I'm gonna throttle up once I detach the side boosters, because I'm gonna do that now. And now we can throttle up and maybe start flattening this curve a little bit. So we have a lot of thrust in this thing now. We want to put that thrust in a sideways position. Hello Diamond, thank you for lurking around my streams. I don't know why I can't say things to chat in a normal voice. It just feels weird. And time for separation. Oh no. Okay, that did not work out. Let's revert to launch. I think I can go with a little bit of a more aggressive take on this. It's time warp up a little bit again. And let's go. Let's go full throttle this time. Let's also set the moon as our target. I forgot that I had put that nose cone on. With that nose cone, it shouldn't be any problem with the stability as long as we have that on. We didn't get any signs of going too fast. No, like sign of air dragging on the craft or anything. So should be fine. really sucks that I can't just press on something and have it pointing prograde with this probe. These probes really suck, the ones you have in the beginning. But it's also when you're at like a landing site and or when you're at like a moon or something and you're gonna land, then it's quite fun actually to use these cheaper Okay, I think something is wrong with my staging. So now the same thing has happened twice. Let's go back to launch again. Let's just check out the staging. I don't know why that separation doesn't work. It's not like nothing is impacting this, so it should work. I don't know, let's try another launch. Okay, I might have time warped a little bit too much now, but let's try it again anyways. Let's see how it goes, if I can time warp through this a little bit. Sorry. That worked. And I'm gonna try when I decouple the liquid fuel boosters. I'm gonna try and stop my throttling of my throttle. See if that helps. Otherwise, it's clearly a problem with how this thing is built for some reason. Okay, ready? Yeah, okay, it must be something with how this thing is built. 'Cause that engine just instantly blows up. The question is, what is it? Because it blows up that engine for some reason. And I can't really figure out why. Maybe take this all off and try and just place it again. A little bit lower down, maybe? Maybe that'll work? I don't know, but we can always try. I think I want to have some bigger solid rocket boosters. Because it's fun with solid rocket boosters. I like them. And then we can also have these tops on them. Just gotta remember to take away the fuel in them. And then fix the staging. And yes, now the staging is all done. Save and launch. Okay, hopefully it'll not explode this time. I don't know why it did that though. That was so weird. Okay, let's launch. Okay, I think I can take the throttle down a little bit now that I have the bigger solid rock boosters on the sides. Yeah, so we don't go too fast. And we can also save a little bit of fuel. Okay, throttle up and decouple those. It's gonna be interesting to see how the decoupling goes now. Really hope that it works, because now it feels a lot better. Just the general feel of this flight feels better. But I mean, it always feels better when you have more boosters. So I guess that could be the reason why. Okay, now it worked. So there was probably something weird with how... Yeah, with just how it was placed or something. I don't know. Something was messed up. But I think we're doing pretty good now. Might be a little bit slow on the thrust. 1.34. I think we are, yes, we are losing time to apoapse, but it's fine. Because our apoapsis is 1 minute and 50 seconds away, so it's a long time. And it's not like it's gonna take just 1 minute and 50 seconds for us to hit that. This might actually have been a little bit too well built. That would be a first. Because normally I always overbuild my crafts. But since I've started playing in the real solar system, I've always underbuilt them. And I think I'm gonna try and decouple this after decoupling this next stage before engaging the engine. Okay, that kind of worked. Hopefully we won't hit that now. And we hit it. But it seemed like nothing exploded on Minecraft. So we're good. We are good. Oh damn, I thought our thrust would be better with this stage. But apparently not. But we are still quite a bit away from our apoapsis. So we are still fine. Everything is still fine. Let's just keep burning. About halfway done with the fuel in this stage now. And our town to apoapsis is increasing now, so I think we're gonna tilt it down a little bit more. It's somewhere around here. And the last stage. As long as we have like a little bit more than 3,000 left in this stage, once we're in orbit, we are golden. And I'm fairly sure we're gonna have that. Said fairly sure, not totally. And now I'm starting to doubt it again. This might be a little bit closer than I'd like. I think it takes about 3,000 something to get to the moon. So we might still make it. I'm gonna take it into orbit. And then we'll have to just try and see how it goes. I'll take us up to apoapsis first now. Or at least close to it. Do the last little bit of our orbital burn here. We are circularized. And let's extend antenna. And extend antenna. I forgot to put this decoupler on the right, like on the right way on. So I put it upside down, so now we're gonna have to bring that with us, I guess. And we can extend the solar panels as well. So we have some power. See, how is our angle? Okay, not too far off. Okay, I think we were pretty spot on from the beginning here. Let's do this burn to begin with. That's gonna be almost all of our fuel. And not too long of a burn though. So we can do it in one take, which is nice. Oh yeah, and of course we like don't have any connection anywhere. So I'm just gonna hope that we are gonna be able to steer this thing once we need to do all the burns. And especially the landing, it has to be on like this side of the moon. Our side of the moon. But I think we are... Okay, there is a connection point there, and I think there should be one in Australia as well. We're gonna start this burn at T minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Or thereabout. And yes, we have a connection point there. I think that will be with us the whole time that we do this burn at least. Just hopefully when we're out, further out, it's gonna be easier to connect to places to Earth. Because then we're gonna have a wider range. Can probably time warp through this. This is gonna be really close though. And I don't like that. But I think we're gonna have enough fuel in the next stage for mid-course correction at least. Can get rid of that. Get us up there. Then we're gonna add something here. Do a mid-course correction burn. Okay, the mid-course correction burn is gonna be bigger, so I think we're just gonna burn a bit here till we're as close as possible. There we go. Okay. Now we can get out and do this burn. And I think we're gonna have connection all the way, but I am not totally sure. But it seems, yeah, we still have 4 bars when we're out here, so I think we're gonna be fine. Think. And I'm just gonna eyeball this. Now the question is that 2071 meters per second, is that gonna be enough for us to land? But I did make it so we have I don't know what it's called, but we are gonna hit the moon if we just keep on going right now. I did make it like that just so I can be sure that we're gonna get rid of this thing and it's this booster, and it's not gonna just hang around. Now we're just gonna put us retrograde so we can slow ourselves down a little bit with the rest of the fuel. And decouple. Start the next stage. Now we're gonna have to point radial out. Just gonna make a maneuver node so I know where that is. We're gonna have a pretty low orbit that we're gonna go into first here. Let's make a quick save. We might not be able to land, but I'm gonna keep that quick save because if we're not able to land, then we might be able to orbit and then go back to Earth. And of course this thing is not gonna be able to land, but okay, and we don't have any connection here. So I can just place myself like this and burn, and that's not gonna be an efficient burn. Because we're not pointing exactly where I want to be. Pointing upwards a bit. But we still don't really have a choice right now. But yes, like I said, we might not be able to land and get the science that we want, but we could still maybe. Okay, now we're gonna have connection around here, because now the planet has moved a bit. But if we could get back in orbit, then we could probably skim the atmosphere a couple of times and slow ourselves down and match the orbit of our space station. And then we can get some science over there. And get even more science from the station instead. Because normally I don't use space stations, but I feel like I kinda need to. Okay, and as it looks right now, we are not gonna be able to get back or to land, because we have 1,000, almost 1,800 meters per second, and our orbit is 2,200. So we don't have enough. Okay, then you know what? Then we're just gonna do all these experiments. We don't have anywhere of storing them except for inside storage units themselves. So we're gonna do some here in low orbit, and then we're gonna do one with this one in high orbit. And we are gonna try to get back basically, and then match up our orbit with the space station. How that's gonna go, no idea, because this was not the plan. And if we fly out right now, we're not gonna get back. Not from here either, but from somewhere here. No. Okay. So I think what we'll do now is just do a couple of orbits. So we're basically over somewhere around here, I think. And then make a maneuver node to see if we can get back. Okay, it seems like this orbit that we have is just not optimal for that at all. So let's go out here and just set us into something that is not an equator, or to an orbit that is more equatorial and is not totally polar is the word. I don't think we totally have to change the orbit, but something like this is probably gonna help a little bit more. And the next problem is that we now have to go back to Earth and then fix that orbit as well. Okay, but I'm most concerned with getting close right now. So let's see, with this amount of burn, where are we gonna get closest? Somewhere around here, okay. So let's do that burn first. It's time warp up to that. So this mission is totally different from what I thought we were gonna do. But I still think it's gonna be a success. If we manage to get back to Earth. Guess I don't just wanna send all of this stuff out. Although, wait a second, I'm gonna review this. I haven't taken any of this. Ooh, thank you for the follow. Dome1new2. Weird name, but cool name. You know, something vibrated again. There is something vibrating. Now it was not my watch. Yesterday it was my watch vibrating on my desk. And I was looking at my phone all the time. Okay, got it. And now gonna go out here, and I think we're gonna do, I'm gonna set the space station as our target. I think we can change the angle somewhat from out here. Yeah. Okay, so somewhere around here we can change it. For what I believe is the least amount of fuel spendage. So we're gonna replace ourselves here. Time warp up to that. And this is probably gonna be a whole bunch of different orbits. Ah, dominoes. Now I get it. I'm not that good with numbers being letters. For a very long time, and whenever somebody used the 3 as an E, I thought they really meant 3, and I pronounced the 3. Like, for instance, sometimes some people write M8, like mate, like the English greeting between friends, mate. Hello, mate. And that one I understood. But some of those other ones, yeah, not that much. I'm just gonna see if we were to make a maneuver node here. Change the angle. Yeah, okay, we don't have the fuel to do that. But we could probably change it a little bit somewhere else. Could still burn a little bit out here and change it. And I've done this before where you do all of these smaller burns instead of doing one big one. Still don't know if this is possible at all though. There is a big possibility that this is just gonna flop. We're gonna have to redo the whole mission or something. It's a bit better now at least. Can make a small burn there, change 1 degree more. We can at least try. I got too far. Okay, now we might not be able to change it that much more. So I'm gonna start with the slowing down procedure, which is gonna be long and tedious. Just how I like it. So we're gonna be dipping down through the atmosphere a bunch of times to slow ourselves down. Go down something like that. Make a quick save. So now that other quick save that I did is useless. Now I've basically said that we had this is the point of no return. You know what I just realized? Yes, our solar panels are definitely gonna blow up. And we don't have any way of controlling this right now. And things are toasty. Okay, we got rid of that. That's okay. Just as long as nothing else blows up now. Oh, at least we are going up and not down now. So I think we're gonna survive this. Next time I'm gonna be a lot more careful because we need to be coming in butt first. And I think what I will do is that I will close these two. So I'll have that energy stored in case we run out of electricity. Because then I can still like come back with just, you know, getting that electricity. And then I can close them off when I don't need them and open them up again when I do. And yes, it's 140 kilometers. And now we don't have any electricity left because we used it all up, and can't make any changes at all right now. Okay. I'm just gonna time warp down so we're close. We got inside the atmosphere anyways. Oh, no, I can't open that. At least it's twisting itself around now naturally. So maybe I just shouldn't have had my SAS on. But this thing is... we're not gonna be able to save it. So I guess reverting the flight is my best option right now. Just redoing the whole thing. Probably. That sucks. But now we know that I do need a little bit more power in this thing. Where should we put it though? This stage was not that effective. I think I should put more fuel in this stage actually. So let's just take one more of those fuel tanks there. All of those fire, decouple those, decouple that, start that engine. Erode up, decouple that, start that engine, decouple that. That one is gonna be decoupled some other time. And this time I'm also gonna flip that one, so we don't have to carry that that part with us, the decoupler. We won't have that brought with us to the moon this time. Okay, let's check our position. Set the moon as target. Time warp us up a little bit more than last time. And let's do the launch. What a wonderful rocket. What a wonderful day to be flying. I like that it's always nice weather in Kerbal Space Program. You never go out and it's raining. It's always sunny. No clouds, because I don't have any cloud mods. Maybe that would be a cool thing to have actually, clouds. I don't know, I've never been that much into the visuals of this game. I've just been way more into the mechanics and building rockets and getting stuff to fly. But I guess clouds would be cool too. Okay, booster separation time. Kaploosh. And we need to flip this thing over. We're not gonna be too inefficient about this. And I think we should do it now whilst we have all this thrust. Because all the other stages after this is gonna have less thrust than this. Not target, but orbit. We can change that too. How's the angle? Not very good. Okay, so let's burn a little bit this way. And that should make our angle a little bit better at least. Angle is better now at least. We've gone down about 2 degrees in the changes of our angles from the descending and ascending node. That is off. Decouple that. Decouple that stage. Start that engine and move us this way. Hopefully we won't hit that now. Yes! We missed it. This last time we just slammed into the nose cone that we had. And I don't think that was a good thing. It didn't destroy anything though. But I still don't feel like that's a thing you want to do. Are closing in on our app-apps a little bit too fast now though. Ah! I was pushing the controls wrong. I don't know why, but for some reason I've started to put my fingers on SDFE. So I put them like one step to the right of where I should have them when playing games. I don't know why. It's a problem. Come on, time to apps, start increasing. I don't want you decreasing, I want you increasing. There we go. Good meter. Good numbers. Very good. You should get a treat for that. I don't know how I could do that to the numbers though. We have snacks. That's like the only thing that Kerbals ever put on board. Anything. It's snacks. It's always snacks. Wonder how much this actually helped us with having more fuel on this stage. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Because now we know if we have anything below 3,500, we should just stop. And I think that's about what we're gonna have. So maybe we need to put more fuel on some other stages as well. Maybe. Or maybe we could just make the stages into asparagus stages instead of onion staging. That's probably gonna save us a whole lot of fuel. Or gain us a whole lot of fuel. 'Cause this does not look like we're gonna have that much more fuel once we're done with this burn. No, we are not. Still gonna try and get it into orbit just to see how much we have. Okay, we actually have less now than we had before. So maybe the flight profile was off as well. But let's go back and yeah, let's make it asparagus staging. So let's take this off. Let's just make 2 of those. And then take 2 more. Place them there. And then, of course, we can also... we're gonna take some fuel lines, drag them from here to there. Then we can also drag down the thrust on these a bit. Down to like 70. Carry those with us for longer. So these are gonna be the first things that we decouple, yes. Then those, maybe. Depending on how this looks. No. I don't know now. Those are gonna be the last one at least. The question is which one of these are gonna decouple first. Let's see what happens if I drag down this even further to like 50. Okay, I think that's gonna work better. Or is it? I think so. I'm not sure of much. Let's just see that all of them are firing correctly. Yes, all of those fire at the same time. Decouple those first. Then we decouple those. Then we decouple those. And then those. I think this will be correct. And then I think we should put a little bit more fuel on this upper stage. Just because it's fun. So let's add 2 of those on. Yeesh. Let's fly this thing. I didn't check how much Delta V it said we had up at the top. Here it says 11,000. I think it said something like 14 point something. I'm not totally sure, but I think we're gonna be good. Okay, gonna launch somewhere around here. Seems like these are burning out quicker than first set of solid rocket boosters, which is not good. That's why I started throttling down a bit in the main engines. That might mean that we could actually put more fuel on this stage. Because we have the thrust. Okay, and now it's decoupling time for those. So yeah, we could probably have put more fuel on those stages, but I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna fly and see how much we have once we're in orbit instead. If it's enough, very good. If not, it sucks, but then we know what we can do. We can place more fuel on that second stage. On the top of that second stage. And make a very funny looking rocket. And booster separation time. Cool. I gotta say that I freaking love fuel lines. They're just so useful in so many ways. It's just awesome to be able to have those. And I think it's weird that we haven't figured out a way of using that in real life yet. Because it feels like it's just so much more useful. I mean, imagine like a Falcon Heavy, but the side boosters are also pumping in fuel to the mid booster. That mid booster could go just so much further. Would be insane. And those side boosters could then probably also pump more fuel into the middle than the amount of fuel that they would have when they decoupled normally, because they wouldn't need as much fuel getting back to the launch site and landing as they now do when they go out further and being carried by that middle stage. There's a lot to think about. I'm no space engineer though, or rocket engineer, so there's probably a lot of problems with that idea that I just don't know of. Okay, let's see if we can change the angle a little bit. Okay, it needs to be burning around here. I still check my time to apoapse so that doesn't decrease too much. Hopefully we can get it to increase a little bit. Doesn't look that way, still decreases. And separation time, and also no. No, come on. And we missed it perfectly. Whew. Lost a little bit of time there though. But I think we are fine. We just need to make sure that we don't lose any more of our altitude or time to apoapse. But we are continuing to do that. We're down to 1 degree. I'm just gonna focus on getting speed now. Screw that angle. Can fix that later on. Don't want to point upwards more than this though. I think it'll fix itself soon enough. There we go. Now it's increasing. Good. Still have 1,000, a little bit more than 1,000 meters per second. So hopefully we can hit 6,000 with this thing. I think we're gonna be just short of 6,000 though. Oh, we just got over 6,000. Nice. So now we can have a little bit less than 3,000. Whatever it was, 3,500 in this one. Still would be nice to have over like 3,300 or something. Starting to think. That, yeah, we're probably gonna wanna go back again, sadly enough. Yes, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go back and... Well, now I'm just tired of trying to finagle with different things to make this work. Just gonna get rid of these. Gonna get rid of these. We're gonna build some boosters, some more liquid fuel boosters. It's gonna be more powerful and taller. And they're also gonna feed the other stages, of course. Ah, there we go. And down here we will plop on some of those engines. Check the staging of this. And then take some fuel lines into those. And then duplicate those out here. Forgot to drag the first ones down as well, so we can have the engines kind of leveled. I don't know if that actually does anything, just feels like it should be that way, so I make it that way. And then we're gonna have a fuel line between here and here as well. And then I think, just for the hell of it, let's have some solid rocket boosters as well. Why not? More boosters is always the answer. Has always been and will always be more boosters. In any given scenario, more boosters is the answer. Those are not gonna be the first to decouple though. Those the outer ones, yes. Should be paired up with that. Now I think these should be the first ones to decouple. Yes, those decouple first. Then we're gonna decouple those. Then those? No, these probably. Or maybe? I think so. Then those. Then those. And yada yada yada. So on and so forth. Save. A launch. We still haven't put up a single relay antenna. Took a while there for me to find the word, but relay is the word that I was looking for. Okay, this rocket has about 1,000 more delta V than the last one had. So I do believe we are gonna be fine this time. If not, then I guess we'll just have to basically redo the whole rocket, is what I do in those situations. And I've just tried tweaking the same thing over and over again, it doesn't work. Just rebuild the whole stage. And by that I mean these outer stages. The middle stages can probably stay the same. But just build something way bigger and heavier on the outside. And it looks like I put the separations in the right order this time. And God, I hate that I can't put this to just point prograde. And decouple, and decouple. And now we are left with what we had before a long time ago. These are still connected, right? So these are full? Yes. And those are full? Yes. Good. And booster separation time. I don't remember now how fast we were going or how much fuel we had left when we had this much, or was on this stage last time. So I don't even know if this was better or worse. But I'm hoping that it was better. It felt better. It's more stages, more rockets, more fuel. Must mean better. I mean, it is KSP after all. And booster separation. Now we can go out and check. Oh, 0.4. Perfect. Okay, so let's forget about the angle for a second and let's just focus on getting this thing into space. I'm gonna leave that nose cone on. Probably a little bit longer this time. Come on, time to apoapse. Start increasing. Don't keep decreasing. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. The fuel in this stage is almost done. Okay, we're increasing a little bit now at least. Decouple and start next stage. We instantly start dropping. I think this is where we lose most of our delta V. We just have to fight off not getting dragged back down. We do have a little bit more speed this time though. I know that for a fact because we got just over 6,000 meters per second with this stage last time, and now we're gonna get quite a bit beyond that. So you know what? We're going to the moon! And not beyond, just to the moon. Then we're gonna stop there. No need to go further. Or well, at least for now. We'll point ourselves downwards a little bit. Decouple that and then upwards again. And continue to burn. Bye bye nose cone. Bye bye. Have a good time burning up. It's gonna be toasty in the atmosphere. Tell you that much. Okay, how is our angle looking? 0.5, that's good. That's way better than last time. Or any of the last launches, actually. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit, so we're a bit closer to app apps now. How the turntables. Because we want to stay close to that Apple Apps now. And now we have lost connection. So we can't steer this thing. So we're just gonna have to do small bursts. Until we do have a connection. Should really put up a relay network. I've probably said that like 5 times by this point, but it's true. Should really do that. Okay, we're in orbit now at least. We're not really circularized, but we're in orbit. It's good enough. Good enough for now. Time warp a bit. Now we have connection again. I think it's somewhere around here we need to burn actually. No, that was way too far. Okay, let's see now. How close can we get? This is where we need to burn at least. Okay, so we can get this thing to impact a good, because then we can get rid of it. Let's point ourselves at the target. We can do that now. Now that we know that we have a connection to something. And we just lost it. Okay, we're kind of pointed in at least. Ah, we're going over Australia again. Okay, so we are gonna have connection once we do this burn. A good. It's gonna be a bit of a longer burn this time. 3:45, so we're gonna start at 1:37. And yes, I said that like a question, because I'm totally sure that's wrong. But I'm not totally sure that's right either. But we'll start somewhere around here and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's only rocket science. Maybe I should make some sort of like bingo on things that I always say in my streams while playing Kerbal Space Program. Because I always say things like that. Like, it's only rocket science, or I'm not a rocket engineer, I don't know, it might work. Or the classic, it's fine, it's gonna work, it's fine. Or something blowing up and I'm like, I think something went wrong, but I'm not sure what. I should definitely make a bingo. I gotta write that down, and I don't have anything to write on. So I'm probably gonna forget it. We'll see. We'll see. And yeah, I did not divide that correctly because we've been burning for longer than we should have had. Or longer time in node plus. Or node in T plus. Plus node time. I don't know what you call that. But you get what I mean. You get it, you get it, you get it. And cut. And now we're gonna freebase this shit. That sounded weird. And we have an impact with the moon. Let's extend everything that we have to extend. Oh, another thing that I can put on the bingo. Me singing along to these very catchy elevator songs. And bye-bye stage. Now just burn radial out a little bit. That was way too much, but it's fine. It's fine. We all know it's fine. It's no problem. We can do this. And I just realized I haven't been to the moon. I thought I had done a flyby. But no, I think I just built the rocket and then it didn't work. So I didn't do it. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Still in space high, right? Yeah, we are. I actually learned that last time I played. Almost 2,000 hours in. Have been using Kerbal Engineer for probably at least 500 hours. No, probably 1,000 hours. And I just didn't know that you can check here your situation to know both what biome you're in, if you're landed, technically, and like if you're in space high or in space low somewhere. Had no idea. No idea. Oh, I just realized something. I could have made this into even more stages. Maybe that wouldn't have been the best thing to do, but I could have. Okay, I'm gonna drop this down now to an altitude of about 40 kilometers, I think. 40, yes. I know it's on the other side, so in case I don't have any connection once I'm there, I'm gonna point myself prograde now, because then I'm gonna be a retrograde on the other side, of course. And as my prediction was correct. Okay, so I'm basically just gonna have enough to land this thing. We don't have a lot of margin to fuck around here. And my moon landings do have a tendency to not be the best ones. Can just say that. I'm gonna get over here first though. Send off that data. Take this one, send off that data. And this one. And now we are gonna prepare for landing. I think landing somewhere here would be nice. Then we're gonna be landing in the sun and we're gonna have connection, but we're gonna go around one more time, start the landing procedure itself at our periapsis here. So I feel like this is a good spot for it. There we go. Make a quick save. And this is probably gonna take more than one try. Because I basically have no idea when to start burning. I mean, I could use this. Look at my suicide burn countdown, my burn length and stuff. And see like when do I need to start burning. The problem is, this one hasn't really seemed to be working in RSS, aka real solar system. It tends to, well, yeah, just not work as it should. I'd say most of the time. But I'm gonna try. So when we're say about 3 minutes from when it says we need to start burning, I'm gonna start burning. I'm guessing that's how you count this. I don't know. Because before, when I used the suicide burn thing with the lander option in Flight Engineer, I just waited until I was at 0 on the suicide burn countdown and started burning then. But it seems like it doesn't work like that anymore. Maybe. I don't know. Seems to be going pretty well now though. we could do this landing on our first try. That would be awesome. But I'm not gonna be too optimistic. A little bit optimistic, but not too much. But yeah, it does actually seem like it might work. Can take down the landing gear. Still have about 180, 150 meters per second left. 300 meters up. I'm just gonna continuously slowly burn so we don't drop too quickly. Slowly slow us down. Now quickly slow us down. Whew! And we made it! On the first try. And that was actually a first. I haven't been able to land on my first try when landing on the moon in RSS yet. It has always taken at least 2 or 3 tries. So let's do our experiments and then I guess we'll just leave this here on the surface, because I can't bring it anywhere. And it does have a real antenna and solar panels, so why not, right? Yeah, let's leave it here. And we have done all the experiments, right? Yes, I'm just gonna check one more time so I didn't forget any of those two. Nope. Okay, let's go back to the Space Center, I guess. And see how much science did we get. That also means that we can go and do a flyby before sending something off to Mars. Just gonna collect that. 222. That means we can afford this one. So we can build better relays. And we can also send something to Mars when we want to. Although I still don't have this engine and I would like to have that before sending anything to Mars. But I think I won't send a lander because I don't think I'm gonna be able to land. I'll just send something. Yeah, I'll just send something to orbit Mars. None of those are that important. I think the next one we're gonna get is this one. Okay, yeah, no. I need to get this one. Let's go to our space station and see if we have a little bit of data in there maybe. So we can get that other one that I was, the last one that I was in on. In the tech tree. Because we really do need... I'm just gonna time warp until we have it. Because I think we need like 27 or something. We really need a fairing. We're not gonna be able to send anything to Mars, and we're not gonna be able to send up the probes that I want without that fairing. Intense. A little bit. I like it. I know it stopped. Okay, this one. Yes. Yeah, let's send up one relay just so we have something in orbit as a relay antenna. We're not gonna care about that it's in a specific height or anything. I'm just gonna send it up there kind of high. And then we're gonna leave it there. And all it's gonna need are some basic stuff. Yeah, battery, solar panels, antenna. And probe core, of course. To hold the thing together. Extend those. Let's name this Relay 1. So I know this is the first relay. I know, bad name. But that's just how it's gonna be. No, that engine should be down there. Okay, we have about 3,000 in this. And I'm not gonna try building a too small rocket or anything like super efficient or anything like that. I'm just gonna build a rocket that I know is gonna make it to orbit. Although this is a very small payload. It only weighs 4.5 tons. So we don't need to build anything too big. But we shouldn't build anything too small either. So let's see. Set a stage like that and then build the big stage beneath this. Just making sure that we have struts and everything, and we do. I think we could build this as just one at least just one liquid fueled rocket. Mainsail. Yeesh. Okay. Okay, this already has enough to get into orbit, which is very good. But I'm gonna put some side boosters on here anyways, so we can get it to a high orbit. Because I don't just want a relay sitting in low orbit. I want it in high orbit, so you can have a good view of the planet. View is probably the wrong word. There is most definitely a better word for it. But English isn't my native language. It's not my mother tongue. So I don't know all the words. I know many words, but not all the words. Not all the best words. I'm no Donald Trump. I'm never gonna get tired of that meme. Okay. Let's see that staging is correct. Fire those 3. Those decouple. That decouples. Starts that engine. Open that. Perfect. And launch. I don't really care where we are in the orbit either. I'm just gonna send it and then we'll see where it ends up. My Wi-Fi just went out, but this internet seems to be working still, which is good. Okay, a little bit hasty there. Slow down. It's gonna be nice having at least one relay though. And I would like to have some better relays out before sending anything to Mars. But I also really want to send something to Mars. Because science. That's why. Already getting those air resistant waves on the rockets, which is a bad sign, I've heard. But I don't care, cause we going into space. Okay, I'm gonna try and manually flatten out the curve a little bit. Feels so weird now when I'm flying something this light all of a sudden. Because this first stage has been with me for so long. Normally the first stage ditched that pretty early on. Oh well, technically this is the second stage and not the first stage. My talking is bad. Also thruster weight. Damn! 5.5 there. Can ditch that fairing. Can just point ourselves prograde and let this thing burn. I think, yeah, we are losing time to AppApps right now, but I think we're gonna start increasing that in not too long of a time. Or maybe not. Yeah, it's gonna start increasing soon. We're gonna have too much fuel in this stage. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna point ourselves upwards a little bit. So we gain more height with this stage. Because I don't want this stage to get into orbit. Because then it won't burn up in the atmosphere. And then I will have space debris, and I don't want to have space debris. Okay, 400. 469. Nice. Kilometers up. Okay, let's circularize. And let's just continue burning after that. Okay, we're kind of in the same angle as the moon. We're a little bit off, but I think that's good that we're at least a little bit off, because then we won't crash into this thing accidentally when going to the moon. I don't think we would anyways, but you can never be too sure. You never know. You never know. But let's put this in a pretty high orbit. Let's go with let's try and go with 10,000 kilometers. We're at 3,000 now. Eight, 9, and 10. Let's go a little bit over. And here we go. I hope we have enough fuel to circularize this. If not, it's not the end of the world. I still have it in a very high orbit. But it would be nice if we could circularize it. And we could, and we have a little bit more fuel to go if we need to change the orbits in any way, anytime. I don't know why we would, but now we have something in orbit. We have a relay. Very good, yes. Now the question is, should I send something to Mars? Let's check. Is it something that I feel like I need for going to Mars? I mean, it would be nice with a better relay antenna, because I'm not gonna have contact with the Earth the whole time. If I have this antenna, I'm just gonna have contact once I'm close to Earth. It would be really nice to have this engine. I could probably do it anyways. Sending something out, something like really small. Don't have to have all the science experiments with us. Just some of them. New. Definitely gonna use this one. Gonna need a battery. Not technically gonna need any reaction wheel control. This thing, or reaction wheel. Could probably do with just 4, 6 probably of these. And of course we're gonna need that antenna. That is a must. It's an Elon must. I know I'm not funny, but you could at least pretend. And for the science experiments, I'm thinking that we just take temperature and barometer. Since this is our first mission to a celestial, not a celestial body, because the moon is technically a celestial body. But anyhow, I don't think we need much more than this. So let's see. How much delta V do we need to get there and to slow down? I think we need somewhere around 5,000 or something like that. Let's see if we can build it as small as I want to have it. I don't think we can. Maybe we can build something like this. It's gonna look ridiculous. I'm totally aware. Just because it's not gonna be as small as I want to, probably. Okay, this has 5,000. This could make it. Probably. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna stay at hopefully. I think this variant fits in better. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. I'm gonna keep the solar panels up here though. Because I might do some slowing down through Mars's atmosphere. And then I'll probably need to not have any sensitive things down here. Mars Orbiter 1. I feel like I want to put more things on it, but I can't. Because we need to save all the weight that we possibly can. Let's put a decoupler on there and then let's build fairing. Imagine Kerbal Space Program without having the possibility to make custom fairings. Because I mean, that's how it is in real life. You don't have custom fairings. Although, you know what, I'm probably... No, I'm not gonna need more battery than that. Because these don't drain that much battery when you transmit data from them. They're very cheap, actually. Okay, so now we just need to make a huge ass rocket that can take this into orbit. Because yes, it needs to be huge. Because we definitely need all of this to be in orbit. Wait a second. Yeah, let's take the skipper on this stage. So we have some more thrust. And now let's build a main sail stage. I'm thinking 4 of these. And then main sail. And then we'll take 2 of those. Decouplers. And put on the sides. Finoodle with the stages a little bit. Okay, that gives us 6,000 meters per second of delta V. That is clearly not enough. We need way more. But we are not finished. Oh no, we are not finished. Not at all. I gotta say, I've like never used these before. the FLC 1000 fuel tank separator thingies. I've never used them because I just didn't feel like I needed them. But now I've been using them so much. Like basically every rocket that I've made since I got them has had them. There might be like 1 or 2 exceptions, but it's basically all of them. Oh, and I took it from inside out. Take it from the outside. Go in. Then I'm also gonna take it from here to here. And now we need to fix the stages. Those are gonna be the first ones, the coupling. Those are gonna be the second. Okay, everything is staged correctly. Almost. Now it is. Then we decouple that and start that, and then open that up, decouple that and start that. Okay. So now we have 8,700. We still don't have enough. That is all I see here. We still don't have enough. But rather than putting smaller stages on and trying other things out, I'm just gonna make this doubled. You can see that the fuel lines are going correctly. Yes. Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay. These stages got a bit messed up. These ones, yes, they are gonna be the first to stage. Then these ones and that ones, and then those ones, and then those ones. Yes. We almost have 10,000 in this now. That should be enough. I'm not 100%, but it should be. And those two coupler were not auto-strutted, which means none of them are probably. And now they all are. Good. Hope these tanks were, yeah, they are. Good. Okay, another weird and big ass rocket is going up into space. Just to be safe. Let's put some solid rocket boosters on here as well. Let's take these because they burn pretty quickly. Just so we don't have anything burning for too long and lingering on. You are gonna be with those. Those are gonna be with that. I think the staging is wrong now though. So I think we will be decoupling these first. Yes. Those first, then these. Then those, and that, yada, 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 yada. Okay, now we have 10,000 meters per second in the stages before this one. So I think we can make it to Mars. Save. Launch. And I should get back. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna go back to the VAB. Just because I want to time warp up to a good point for me to launch, or a good time for me to do the burn from Earth to Mars. And then when we go up in orbit, we're gonna try to go in a similar orbit as to the orbits we go to when we want to go to the moon. Do have a bunch of time. And we're gonna do the burn somewhere around here. Can also go and check out. Okay, we're in a pretty good spot. We'll launch somewhere around there. Okay, perfect timing. Now it's just launch up into orbit. Once we're in orbit, it's just make the thing, the maneuver node, and go straight to Mars. And I'm gonna try at least to remember that I can also do science experiments in orbit around the sun. And a launch. Damn, we have a lot of thrust in this thing. Probably a little bit too much. It's most definitely a little bit too much. I'm gonna throttle down. This might change the staging a little bit. Yes, probably. I think this means that the solid rocket boosters are gonna have to be decoupled first, but that's fine. I wasn't looking, so I didn't think about the curb. I need to keep on bending this thing. Okay, at 20 kilometers, we're gonna give it full thrust again. Oh, those burned out simultaneously. That wasn't meant to happen. But it did. And it's probably fine. Okay, let's just point prograde now. Let's see if this is... yeah, okay. I think I messed up something with the fueling. I don't know what though. Something got messed up. Those side ones did not fuel into side ones over here. Maybe I should have set them to just fuel into ones over here and not into those ones. I don't know. Something was wrong. But it's not the end of the world, and that almost overheated this engine. Oh, that's probably what happened that other time. Like the first rocket, I think it was the first one I flew this stream. When the decoupling for some reason just made one of the engines on a totally different stage blow up. That's probably what happened. That those separation boosters just got too hot when they got an ignition. They started up. Come on. Time to whap-whaps. It's time to start increasing. Good boy. Good numbers. That's what we like to see. Sadly enough, I'm gonna have to decouple those now. Now the exact same thing happened. No! That rocket blew up. Okay, let's go back to the vehicle assembly and just drag those down a little bit, I guess. Oh, we can also check what the fuck was happening here. I didn't need all of them to be connected like that. Let's get rid of these. Just want these to be connected to these ones. Don't need these to then be connected to those, because then they're all just in a circle. Okay, now I think the staging is gonna work like I wanted it to. Also, we're gonna take this down. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm not gonna count how many stages. I'm gonna drag them down to there. Then we're gonna try and match that with these, which we could do perfectly. And hopefully our engine will not burn up now once we start decoupling things. You know what I could do? I could actually just add just a tiny bit more fuel in there. Just because it's fun. Not because I need it. Not because I want it. Just because it's fun. And I guess it's gonna go just like it did last time, that I'm not gonna have full throttle on the main engine, so I'm gonna put that as default to decouple first. Okay, launch. Let's hold our thumbs that nothing blows up this time. And launch. Take that thrust down a little bit. And yes, now it seems to be more even. Oh, although now I should probably take those out first, because now this is draining from all the engines. Before it wasn't, when it didn't really work like I wanted it to. Now it is. So now it's definitely gonna, those are definitely gonna burn out first, even though I don't have full throttle. First decouple. Bye bye rocket. Go blow up the VAB or something. Looked like that was about where it was gonna hit. And that was fun. This rocket looks ridiculous. I love it. We are at way too much of an angle for this height. This is where we should be at about 20 kilometers. We're here at 10 kilometers. This is not stock KSP, let me remind you. Hello there, the gaming puppy. Yeah, I remember you. And it was a while ago. At least since I saw you in the comments. Not the comments, the chat. Damn, I always do that. I don't know why. Oh shit, and I had to stage. I wonder when I needed to stage that. Hopefully it didn't do too much of an impact. Ah! Got something in my eye. But it's nice to have you back. Okay, it seems to be okay if I keep on pointing like this, at least for now. We're down to the last pair of side boosters. I'm gonna go out, put the moon as our target so we can see. Need to change our angle, anything? Yes, we could. Oh, that makes it worse. Don't do that. I think we'll be going a little bit like this. To fix that up. Seems to be fixing itself pretty quickly. Which is good, because then I don't have to think about it later on. Okay, we're gonna see how far we can take this. Because now it's 0.5, that's good. 0.4. Can we get a 0.3? No, I don't think so. I'm just gonna focus on gaining speed now. Because I need that speed. I have a need. A need for tweed. And we are probably gonna be able to open that fairing pretty soon. We are not even outside the atmosphere yet. Could probably open that fairing now. And time to perhaps starts increasing. You know we like that. I'm gonna keep on burning this way a little bit longer. I think it's, yeah, okay, we have the skipper on the next stage, so we're probably gonna be going pretty quickly. Or well, our thrust will probably be pretty good with the next stage as well as with this stage. And yes, our time to apoapse is increasing still. Good. I'm thinking let's increase until we're at an apoapse height of 300 kilometers. Then if we still have fuel left in this stage, which I think we will, we can do some more burning then. So I feel pretty confident that, yeah, we are gonna be able to take this stage into orbit with us. Which was not the plan. But I think I'm still gonna do it, and then we'll have to figure out a way of getting rid of this stage later on. Because I think the plan is kind of to divide the burn up into two anyways. Even though we have a real antenna out now, we still have a lot of blind spots. Where is that? Okay, it's on the other side. That sucks. Okay, let's see. Where should we start burning? Oh, yeah. Of course, we need connection to even make a maneuver node. That is about where we want to burn, I think. Yeah, I was pretty spot on there. Then check our mid-course correction, because we're gonna do a burn there as well. Okay, we're gonna have to come out and catch it. But still, I know that works to burn around here. So we are gonna point... Guess we can just point prograde. Says the burn time is gonna be 3 minutes, so I'm gonna burn for 1 minute. Or about half a minute, I guess. Or even less than that, because just want to burn out most of the fuel in this stage. So let's burn for 25 seconds. 25 divided by 2, 12.5. So we're going to start the burn now at 12. Or I would have if I was in the correct orientation. I'm gonna burn this right over here just until I have like maybe 100 meters per second left. Maybe even less than that. 77. And then we'll go up here. Put that in a low enough orbit that it will crash and burn. Start up our next stage. Can get that up to 200 now, because we don't need it to be 300. 200 is good enough. And now let's make the burn that we're actually gonna do. I think it was something like this actually. Yeah. Okay, let's see. How long is this burn? 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So 133 about. 132, 133, something like that. So when we are gonna start. And then we're gonna burn. And burn. And burn. Until we can't burn no more. Okay. Off to Mars we go. And that second maneuver that I did, I'm gonna redo that one. It's just like, it's nice to have that one as an estimate, so you know that doing these burns at these places is gonna work, then you don't have to do them exactly as you planned from the first maneuver node. Because things always change when you actually do the burns. Stuff like that, for instance, when I accidentally think that I'm not time warping and can just flick a key a little quick to change how I'm facing, but that does not always work. Perfect, I think. Oh. I'll try to slow him down a little bit. Because did go a little bit overboard. And yes, that small of a change can make a lot of change later on. $250 something. And now it's just about dragging these nodes until I get close enough that I feel satisfied. And I think 272 kilometers is what I will call close enough. I'm gonna point myself that way. Okay. Gonna go out here. And now we are technically in space high above the sun, and we can get some science for that. Not enough electricity. Okay, let's charge up. Temperature, transmit. We have just enough to transmit the electricity. Had we drained some? For this one, I hope not. But maybe we had. No, okay. So I'm gonna set this to allow partial. And then just start transmitting that one. Okay, there we go. Then you can always do them again. Especially these ones that you can do multiple times. You can just try doing them and see if all the data got through. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it says we have no connection now. But that's just because of the time warp. Now the time warp stopped and now we have connection again. Why wasn't SAS on? Thought I saw that it was on and then it wasn't. No, it wasn't on. Probably because we drained out the batteries or something. I'm gonna try and get this spot on. Okay, we're about 500 kilometers above. That's not too much. Do we have a connection? No, we do not. Okay, so we're just gonna have to try and get ourselves into an orbit, I guess, with what we have now, because we have no connection. Like I said, I would have liked to have the better antennas, but now I didn't. I think I have enough though to just burn retrograde and put myself into some sort of a high elliptical orbit, which is what I wanted this thing to end up in anyways. If not, I will just try to figure something out. Okay, we might not have enough. No, it's... we just don't have enough. Okay, quick load. Just did a bad thing. Oh yes, I did. When did I make this quick save? That's the question. Ah, I made it right now. Cool. Okay, I can get closer to the planet. So I'm gonna try get just a little bit inside the atmosphere. Something like that. 75 seems good. That's gonna help me slow down a bunch. Maybe even try and get closer. 59. That's gonna help me slow down a whole lot. I might burn up though. It's kind of a big chance that I'm gonna blow up, yeah. But I think it's worth trying. This might be all I need to be able to get into an orbit. And if not, then, I mean, if I just can't get into an orbit and that's that, then I mean, hey, then we have a deep space probe. Then we'll just have to try something else. But I don't think it'll heat up that much. I mean, the atmosphere is so thin, so... And yes, we are coming in quite quickly, but we're not going that deep into the atmosphere either. Okay, let's start up the engine. Maybe I should have done that sooner. Don't know. Have to watch out here. So now I'm fairly sure that, yeah, no, we are not gonna burn up. So we know we can go lower than 60 if we want to. But I might need to go lower than 60. Yeah, because I'm not getting into orbit here. Yeah, no, we're not getting into an orbit.
Just did a bad thing.
26, that's a bit steep, maybe. Seems on the calculations that it's saying that I am gonna hit the atmosphere. And keep on going. Not keep on going. Okay, 54. It's lower than last time. Hopefully not too low. Hopefully not too high. Because I think when we hit 26, 27 was it? What was gonna happen then is that we would probably had just gone in and landed. Or not landed, crashed. Because yeah, landing is not an option. Or well, maybe. Maybe. Do have the thrust. So if we could manage to just get into an orbit first of all, then maybe, because it does have an atmosphere. If we can just slow down enough, then you never know. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, are we gonna orbit? Come on. Just want that white thing to show us in an orbit. Yes. Haha. Great. Okay, we have 219 meters per second left. I think that's enough to both boost us into a higher orbit and then also boost us down again if we want to get closer. But yeah, at that height it's definitely gonna be enough to do all the things we wanted to. And this is the cool thing about this mod, the trajectories mod. We can see where we're gonna end up now. This white thing. Because we're still in the atmosphere. And you can also see what's gonna happen next orbit. Next orbit we would go in and then skip out and then go back in over here and land. I can even see where we would land. We would land here. Because the planet would have rotated and stuff. So cool. Counts all those things for us. Okay, now we're in an orbit now. Didn't get that much data because we can't connect to it, because we don't have good enough stuff back here at Earth. But you know what we can do to maybe get that? Because we have 29. I think we got 28 in total from that whole mission so far. I mean, we're gonna be able to get a whole lot more. But so far, it's not that much. But we can get some from Diaz. Probably all of it. Which means we have an opportunity with this thing to move it somewhere and do something else with it. Or maybe just crash it down on Earth again. Or we could fly up like a big ass booster to it and boost it up to be in an orbit around the moon or something. Because I mean, it still works. There's no problem with it that way. So it would be sad to just decommission it because we don't have use for it. What I'm saying is it would be better to decommission it because we have a use for it. No, because I mean, I know it's not the best station, but we could improve on it. We could extend it and stuff. And also there's new experiments that we can unlock and send up there. So I think I'm gonna keep it up there for now. And yeah, I think sometime in the future we're gonna send up a big fuel stage and move that thing to the moon. And that fuel stage will probably also have... I'm gonna see, there we have the better relay antenna. Ah, that's gonna take all my points. But I do really need it though. I do be needing it. And if I go to the moon and do a landing for real, then I can have this thing, and that's gonna give me a lot of science. And the magnetometer boom. Oh, fuck yeah. That's also gonna give me a lot of science. And that I can do here. I don't even have to go anywhere. So yeah, let's take it. Okay, gonna send up one more thing now. Just because, fuck it. We are gonna send... we're gonna send out a relay. A big relay. But we are not gonna send it just... We're gonna have reaction wheel on this one though. We're not only gonna send it up into space and have it in orbit around Earth. We are actually gonna send this one out to be an interplanetary relay or something, I guess. Two on the sides there. And we're also gonna slap on that thermometer down there. We're gonna have two of those batteries. Don't think we need anything else. No, we don't. Except for a whole bunch of fuel. I think I want to build this one a little bit differently. Let's see though, if I take the ant engine Yeah, this still doesn't have like anything to come with. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna build something like this. I know it looks a bit weird, but I think it looks cool. Just gonna strut these parts. Good. Then we'll put one of these small engines down here, and yes, it has 4,000 meters per second. So this is gonna be enough. And yeah, I think we have everything on it. So ferry. You know what I just realized? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send this past the moon. So we're gonna slingshot off the moon into a interplanetary orbit, or a orbit around the sun. And that way we can also get the barometer readings from at least high above the moon, maybe close to the moon as well. Now we just need to make sure that this thing gets into orbit and nothing short of it. This whole thing needs to get into orbit. And I'm gonna try and build this a little bit quickly because I've been streaming for quite a while now. And believe it or not, I kind of have a life outside of streaming. Kind of. Not really, but you get it. Should just build a stock version of this engine, or this rocket that I use all the time. So I'm already using all the same parts and stuff. Although now I'm gonna place it down here from the beginning, so I don't need to place it down here later on. And we're gonna place one of those tanks on here as well. Okay. No, that's wrong. There we go. All of those fire, those decouple, these decouple, that fires, and so on and so forth. I think this has a good chance of getting into orbit. I think I want to have a little bit more fuel on this stage, even a little bit more. There we go. Okay. And just for safety, of course, we want some solid rocket boosters on this thing as well, to give us that extra kick in the beginning of the flight. Yes, that's how we're gonna do it. Take the throttle thrust down on this a little bit, not as much as I usually do, but a little bit. Deep space relay. Save, launch. That was pretty quick. I'm happy with those results. You know what I just realized? I moved my camera earlier today for an interview, and I haven't moved it back. I don't know why. Usually, wait a second. Usually I have my camera here, which means I'm more like inside the shot. Now I've had it here, so more to the side. I don't know. Which is better? Which is worse? And what is Sacha Baron Cohen's next movie title? These are all questions we would like the answers to. But are we gonna get them? I don't know. Oh, we ran out of electricity. This is the only time that I think cheating is okay. When you're on the launch pad, you just accidentally ran out of electricity. Then I think it's fine. I'm just gonna be using it to start the rocket. Then we're, as you saw, took it off, put it away. Not using it. Just need a little bit of electricity. I think this is a wonderful little rocket. It would be kind of fun to try and build like a really small rocket. Like seriously. Like something that could orbit Kerbin. But a little bit bigger, of course. It would be fun to try. Now I feel like I'm starting to doubt if this is gonna make it into orbit, but I think it will. last separation of the side boosters. This is usually when I come out here and check. Holy shit, that is way off. We need to be burning seriously over here. And better do that now than later. Because if we do it later, then it's gonna cost more. Because now we're not moving as quickly. So if we... It's the same principle basically of... if you're further out by your apoapsis, it's gonna cost less to change your angle of your orbit than if you're closer to your periapsis. And we've already gone down like 3 degrees. That's good. Down. Forgot that I have to stop the time warping if I'm gonna be moving anything. But that was kind of interesting. Okay, now we just start to increase that instead. So let's focus on pointing prograde and gaining speed. And I mean, it doesn't matter really how the craft is or where the craft is pointing. Excuse-moi. Run the magnetometer. And that is a lot of science. Transmit that. Looks like we have enough electricity. Just hope that's gonna stay the same with the rest of them, because they're only gonna become bigger now because we're gonna have more data and more. We're gonna get more from them. I think I need to stop and go forward a little bit till we're like 1 minute away from apoapsis. This has not happened before, but I like that it is happening now. Means I'm doing something right with my rockets. Okay, we're gonna have to ditch that now. Use fuel in this thing to get the rest of the way. No, I just made it worse. So we need to fix our angle a little bit as well. I think 4 degrees is a little bit too much. Maybe not. Maybe we'll be okay. There we go. And now let's try and get to the moon. Well, that's gonna be a long burn time. You know what that means? That means I'm gonna be burning this a little bit late. So I can increase the height of my orbit, basically. Then go around. I'm gonna start out with just 1 minute. About a 1 minute burn. And I'm probably, because I'm not gonna go as far out as I thought I would. So yeah, we're gonna go back here and do another orbit. Do another 1 minute burn. Fuck that up. Come on. There we go. Do another 1 minute burn. Also, we are making this whole thing more efficient by burning 1 minute at a time. Then another 1 minute burn. Actually make it 1 minute now. Like the maneuver node itself. Okay, we're gonna have to do like 2 or 3 more of these. It's all about that efficiency. Then once we are high enough, then we're gonna change our angle. It's like where our angle's head is constantly getting further out. Especially this one. This one is still pretty close, but this one is further out. That's good. It's real good. Okay. Probably 2 more. So this one and 1 more. Then we'll change our angle and then we do the actual burn to go to the moon. And I kind of messed that up. So we're not gonna burn for as long this time. Maybe we will anyways. At least about as long. The struggles of being a streamer. I can't really see my keyboard, so sometimes I mess up when I'm trying to do things. Okay, I think that's gonna be far out enough far enough out. Probably the correct way of talking. I don't know. Damn, I forgot our periaptus is pretty high. Right, 400 kilometers. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Now I'm gonna see. Now we can change that with 300 instead of the previous, like, I don't know how many hundred it was. But it was a lot more before. I think we needed like 700 or something to change the whole angle. Also, I'm just gonna get here. And then we're gonna freelance this thing. That's probably gonna make it even more efficient. As long as we get under 1 degree, I'm happy. I think we can get it down to even below 0.5. Zero 1. Perfectamundo. And there we have it. Close moon flyby. Wait, what? Oh, I don't want to see that. Actually, I'm gonna use this thing. $45. I don't know if that's close or not, but it's close-ish. And we have the fuel for it, plus a little extra. Okay, so now when we go out here, we're gonna get in orbit high, or in space high above Earth. We're gonna get in space high above Moon, in space near Moon, and then we get slingshotted out And then we're gonna get in space high above the sun. So we're gonna get a lot of science from this, just this one mission. Since it's a bit of a combination mission. And this is something that I just wouldn't normally do in stock Kerbal Space Program. Because normally it's so easy getting something to space that I just build a rocket for everything, basically. So my moon periapse is 44 now? Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that's close. I'm not totally sure though, so I'm gonna go a little bit closer, but I'm not gonna do that until I'm there. Okay, situation in space high. Let's run the magnetometer boom. Science. Damn. That ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Really like the animation as well in this mod. I think I'm pretty sure that's we get that from the now I have to think again. Stuck alike station parts Redux. That is a full name. I think this looks pretty cool. According to this, gonna go in, around the moon, and then out. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're also gonna point a radial in. I'm gonna start running that. Get down to 30. That is definitely near. 94. We're gonna get so much freaking science from just this mission. Damn, I just realized. Imagine sending like a probe or something to like Jupiter with just this thing and the gravioli or something. Because I mean, that would be enough to probably unlock half the tech tree. $75. Okay, it was actually less close to the planet than high above. Interesting. And now we're gonna be leaving. Leaving the moon's sphere of influence and now leaving Earth's sphere of influence. Okay, so it looks like our orbit is just a tiny bit higher than Earth's. So when we get out here, yeah, I'm gonna time warp until we're up here, and then I'm gonna just boost it up. So we are constantly above. Damn, it goes out like a snake. Oh, that's cool. And 70 more science added. We must have gotten like 300 or something from this mission. I mean, that was a lot. I thought it was close. Time to apoapse was still 3 days. And now I guess I'm gonna burn out the engines. Or burn up all my fuel, basically. Hopefully this will put me in an orbit high enough that I won't encounter Earth again. Won't be slingshotted away from here. And hopefully this orbit will also mean that we will catch up to the thing orbiting Mars, which it seems like we're not. Those should have a connection somewhere around now, but they don't. I guess now we are close enough to that. Yeah, but we're not close enough to Earth. I need even better ones. Oh wait, now? We might see something going on around here. So now Earth is really close to Mars, but no. Doesn't seem to be working. Guess we'll wait another year. Okay, now this time. Yes! Now we have connection. Focus in on Mars. And get this thing. Yes, switch 2. Now we're gonna be able to send all that data that we wanted. Whew. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything stored? No, we don't. Start off with sending that off. Oh yeah, and we don't have enough electricity to even really send it out. Where is Mars? Oh, there's Mars. Mars Japan. I funny. I know joke. Many joke. We are on our way down. Hope that we have the time to go down and up, because I didn't check though, but I don't think we got in space low ever. Let's point retrograde. Let's lower our orbit. Just so we're not that much, maybe. Oh, well, no, yeah, let's go with that. Because I don't want to have my orbit be this elliptical. It's really, really big. It just takes such a long time. The orbits in general take such a long time. And okay, now I'm in space low. Okay, I could have gotten the in space low before. That does not matter. Now I want to get inside the atmosphere and get some science from inside the atmosphere. And I guess we can take the temperature one and send that one. So that one doesn't take out all of our battery. Then we will just wait until we have full battery before sending this one. We'll keep that one for now. And maybe until we're outside of the atmosphere as well. Is that the ice caps on the solar south pole? It's real small. North one is way bigger. Damn, that's small. Don't seem to be blowing up or anything, which feels like a good thing. Okay, now we're losing electricity because we are too far. No, just on the wrong side. So we're not in the sun anymore. Come on, get moving. I gotta say though, even with the lower resolution and stuff, because I don't have the highest resolution on my mods and stuff, but even without that, I still think Mars looks beautiful. $144. Okay, and now we can go down here while we are in space low. See, where's the sun? Okay, just wanted to make sure that we have exposure on our solar panels. Log the pressure, save that. Log the temperature and send it. And then send that straight after. Okay, that was sent. Do another one to make sure that all was sent and all was sent. Now we can just leave this thing hanging here in orbit around Mars. Let's go back to the Space Center and see how much science we got from both that Mars mission, not March. Mars mission, and from that mission with the thermometer going around the moon. Moon. Okay, we got a total of 500. I think that's the most that we've gotten from one single mission so far. Oh, I could get these just so I can get the nuclear engine. That would open up a lot of possibilities to go further out. But I think maybe I should focus on trying to get more of these science experiments and relay antennas before. Yeah, I really need to get this one before I can start moving out. And this one would be nice because I can send this. I can take this just around the Earth. Won't make that much. This one I can send both around Earth and around the moon. I think I'm starting to get insane. Would be nice to have these as well. Gotta pick something. Don't really need anything there. Don't really need anything here. There either. Would be nice to have the possibility to dock, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start out with this thing and then see. Okay, I have 100. I can take one of these 160, but there's not really anything that I really need here. And it would be really nice to have the monopropellant, so I'm gonna take that one. And then I can still take one of these. I'm not gonna be making any planes soon, so I guess some new landing legs and some better heat shields would be nice. So maybe we could build something to go to Venus next time. Hopefully. I know though, I have tried landing on Venus before. I did that on a stream. And I realized when I was there that you can't actually land with parachutes on Venus. Because Venus, just like Eve in stock Kerbal Space Program, has an extremely dense atmosphere. So you're gonna slow down. It's gonna become very hot, first of all. You need a lot of heat shields. And then you are gonna slow down quite a lot. Not enough to just touch down and not blow up, but you're gonna slow down a lot. But in this game, or in this mod, they have also accounted for the heat that is radiated, or that is around the planet inside that atmosphere. So when you're like, I don't know, I think I was just a couple of 100 meters up from the surface, falling at like 1.5-2 meters per second with my parachute out and opened and everything, and then it just disappeared. And I didn't know why, but it was because the parachute actually burnt up because it got too hot. So if I send anything there, I need to be prepared to have some engines and some fuel, because it's gonna have to be a powered landing of some sort, or maybe to have some like foldable wings or something, so I could fly and land. Oh, that would be awesome. Hey, thanks Snake for the follow. Sad that you're coming now that I'm just about to end this stream, but thank you so much for following. And come back tomorrow when I'm hopefully gonna make this idea that I'm talking about right now, because it does feel like a really cool idea to go to Venus and try and like hang glide almost, with probably just a probe with some science experiments on, and then 2 wings. I'm gonna start thinking about a design of this, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Sadly enough, I am gonna have to quit now. It is getting quite late and we don't have any other Santas to raid, so I'm just gonna leave you here. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Bye-bye.